I like the OD pick actually quite a bit. I'm gonna go no runes. I think like this OD is actually gonna be a huge problem for the Morphling.
I don't like OD because I think he's a bad concept. Removing some like a hero from the game for 4 seconds, then your item set for being, oh, it's got multiple charges now, is a very dumb thing to add to Dota. It is so anti-fun.
Oh, I'm
But
not gonna
regardless of
dispute
that,
that at all. I 100%
uh,
agree.
That's your ancient they've got. You should have two.
Eco needs to be a little bit careful here. Does get the bounty, but nice dispose on forward. Beautiful shards block and gonna try and hobble away, but it's gonna be first blood for FCR on the Tusk, and Nuages needs to back off a little bit here. Does not have the damage to fight up into this one.
yeah, he thought about it for a moment there, and he's like, wait a second, this is a Morpho. He's not actually going to go down.
Yeah, Morphling is just pretending like he's low.
Yeah.
First blood for the mid lane Tusk is huge. He's gonna have a really fast bottle. It is not still the greatest lane for him, as I would definitely favor Kunkka, especially since he had to go for Ice Shards level 1, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's normal for the mid lane. You go for the Ice Shards in order to secure yourself last hits here. And then you go Snowball after it.
Yeah, I guess you do normally go like the 4-point shards and Snowball pretty quick, huh?
Yep. Yesterday we saw Tusk up against Zeus in the mid lane, and the Tusk actually didn't go any points in a tag team inside the lane.
4-4-0.
Yeah, just to be able to secure CS. Because he knows he's never going to be actually be able to get on top of the Zeus with the tag team. Instead, just clear waves out and harass the Zeus by spamming out your nukes.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that a few times. That's true.
Yep.
We're going to see a really early Urn pickup here, potentially, from the Mirana. She's just got that Sage's Mask and Circlet to start off the lane phase. Mini did a nice drag of the creep wave back, so he's just going to be able to farm this one for the moment. Top lane, though. Nuage's falling super low, pops the Fairy Fire. And he's going to be just fine. Costa Bile is actually taking a lot of damage thanks to that Cyclone.
Oh my god. Is Costa going to go for this? Oh, he's not going to be able to. It looked like Costa was trying to clear out the last of the creeps there, but couldn't get level 2 fast enough that he might have tried to like waveform over Nuages in order to secure that kill, but didn't manage to pull it off.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw, but he took some pretty heavy harass from that tornado from the Wild Wing Ripper. That thing just like drops it. I mean, these neutral creeps are aggressive now, man. They just drop spells on you when you're sitting at low HP. Like, the Harpy Stormcrafter will start spamming Chain Lightning on people. I've seen people just die to this thing, walk up to it overconfident. It's 140 damage Duke on a 4-second cooldown. This thing will own the shit out of you if you underestimate it.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Cyclone is, like, when the big Wild Wing dies, it has a chance for the small ones to just summon a Cyclone. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes they double spawn them, and you're like, oh, great.
They're not supposed to, but...
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think they like tried to fix it so they don't double spawn them as often, but maybe they still do it every so often. I know they were for a little bit, and there was some sort of update.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Unlucky, truly.
Playing the jungle lane here is Nuages and KJ just having some fun, beating each other up. Nuages needs to be pretty careful here as the waveform comes in. The stomp from the Centaur actually helps find the kill. Okay, hello.
He's just sitting underneath that nature's grasp because of the stomp. Costa Bile is taking a bunch of damage here as well for it.
It is a 1-for-1 trade, and they get the kill on the Treant first, yeah. So, not the end of the world, but Costa, he's going to have to get a salve brought back out, and he's going to queue up that Falcon Blade pretty much ASAP.
Yeah. You're going to use the salve on him, right? Yeah, okay. Very rare dropping a salve on an ally hero situation here.
Only exceptions are heroes like Morphling.
Yeah, we back up. He really do be sitting full agi right now, though. This is crazy.
We haven't really talked about bottom at all. We've got the Naga Siren here, just playing up again into the Visage lane. Feeling pretty strong. Visage not going to be able to find a lot of CS here, but they are just trying to give Mini as much solo XP as possible, it seems, as Mirana's kind of playing off to the side of the lane here. They're going to go for the toss back, dispose on in. They actually don't have any points in that ensnare, and Mini, without that, going to be a little bit scared. So, a lot of damage coming through from that soul assumption.
Now he's backing off on Mini.
There's
he come out now? Yeah, he's got
Mid lane. Guts gets some with a cleave the last second.
Oh my god.
Double bracer and brown boots. Kunk has 1300 HP. You ain't killing this guy.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see any action in the mid lane, but he managed to find a kill like against all odds. Oh, Tavo down the bottom lane, dropping super low. Ends up leaping forward to go for it, but I think you die to the tower here.
Yeah, I mean, that's still super worth it. Getting the kill onto the Visage. Mini, again, getting more solo XP in this lane now. I mean, Marcy, of course, is going to be pretty happy. She gets some time to herself as well, but this is going to be, I think, a little bit of a rinse repeat.
We got some dive shenanigans going on.
Ooh, KJ falling low. Nice. Astral there for the moment, but KJ, ooh, Nuages into the trees, tries to waveform himself away. One more auto attack, he's got him. Goes to be like, he's already morphed pretty heavily on strength already, so he doesn't have a lot of right click damage, or at least not as much as he would like to have.
Bottom lane.
Dude, so much fighting. They actually get the Naga Siren, that is huge. Arrow comes out, does connect. Oh no, you got the urn completed as well. Tavo just getting ran down. Okay, you now have a Marana issue.
All right, the Marana is now the carry in this lane.
Yeah, 100%. This hero is going to actually pull away really fast. She's going to get level 5. She's going to have 2 points in the Starstorm here.
Yeah. Actually, Miss Marana getting too big for her britches here. She's holding on to Minnie's band of Elvskin still. You can have it back when I'm done with it.
Whoa. Okay, I mean, this game, a little interesting. She actually goes for Max Sacred Arrow, which, okay, compared to what we've been seeing before, where there was almost no setup for the arrow, you have a lot of setup this time, right?
Yeah. You've got Ned, you've got Astral Imprisonment, you've got X, so... I don't think that I like it, though. I think I would prefer Starstorm maxed out, regardless of that.
Yeah, I feel like
I mean, in this situation, you have 3 points arrow. I mean, you have 3 points Starstorm instead of arrow. I'm pretty sure you just like get that kill there as the Marana tries, or the Marcy tries to walk up into you.
Oh well, you might get the arrow anyway.
He has rebound in a second, but doesn't manage to get it off.
All right. Well, okay. He is owning on this hero, and Tavo now underneath the tower. Again, the Gravekeeper's Cloak doesn't stop the damage from this Riptide and these illusions, so forces a TP out here from the mid lane Tusk even, which not really what you want to see. You don't have tag team yet, so this Walrus Punch isn't a lot of damage right now. It's mostly just a stun.
I mean, it does a reasonable amount when you've got the phase boots. 250, 300 damage.
Okay, Mini just dives the tower again, gets the kill. Guts is here, has 2 points in the X, trying to find King RD. Torrent, looks like it's gonna hit. It does. Just the very end, there's gonna be an arrow to follow that one up, and this bottom lane is a bloodbath for no runes. They've got themselves a 3k gold lead already and are working on this tier 1 tower. There's gonna be the fortification. Tusk trying to push in mid,
a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna hard commit for this one.
Yeah.
Top lane, Hiko managed to find a kill off in a KJ as well.
Yeah.
No, we're just absolutely dominating, like you mentioned, 3k net worth of it. This ain't looking good for him, man.
And he's going the right click build on Hiko. He's got 3 points on the Arcane Orb. He's gonna get a 4th here fairly soon, and then an Aghanim Scepter. Like, there's not a lot you can do about this. Tavo here on this Visage, sitting on Tranquil Boots, dude. He's 200 gold behind the enemy Marana. That is how rough this is going in this bottom lane. And with no bottom tower now, there's no place that's really, you know, an issue for Mini to farm.
There's no place that is issue for Mini to farm. There's no place that's safe for Team Brazil to farm.
Yeah. Mini is going to start pulling away very fast. Dude.
This last hits and denies. Net worth. All heavily favored. Top 3 net worth heroes all on the side of no runes already. Costa's more than 1,000 net worth down on the enemy carry.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been the easiest lane for him up here, right? There's just a lot of pressure that these two can apply.
Okay.
Dude, he almost died to the chain lightning. You talked about this earlier. If you sit at low HP, it might just kill you. As soon as the Abaddon walked within range, it just casted it instantly.
Yeah, you can already see Coaster shifting, like as he was starting to wind up. He was paying attention to that one, thankfully. Ooh. These NPCs kind of got hands out here, man.
They're strong, dude.
Costa is now getting run down by the Treant Protect. He's taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't want to commit the waveform, though.
They're bringing a ton of heroes bottom to try and find Mini, who is just, like I said, free farming completely on the Naga side. You get Tavo's level 6. They jump in on the Marcy. They don't manage to connect onto anything, and it's just going to be the Abaddon who jumps in himself. 2 more leap charges available. They triple hero into the snowball. The Walrus Punch to finish him off. The DD rune making quick work of that hero. So they end up finding at least something.
Yep. Now you have a what 1v4 situation down here. Yeah, Nuaga is just gonna be forced to retreat. He's got no points of living armor either, so not gonna be able to top up this tower at all.
He'll just throw Nature's Grasp as soon as it comes off cooldown, and that's like about it.
Yep.
He just wants to try and do what damage he can to these creeps.
Hiko is adding insult to injury, by the way. It's almost like he heard me. He did end up going the Ring of Health, would make you think that he was going towards the Meteor Hammer, but instead he doubles back, grabs a point booster. Man, just going straight to an Aghanim Scepter for the multiple.
Yeah, it's definitely the play of this game. You can overwhelm them just number-wise on the side of no runes. Like, if he actually finds the Abaddon, there's nothing that you can do to save these heroes on the side of Team Brazil. Like, they will just get popped. So yeah. I think for the most part, he's just going to try and take KJ out of these fights. And at that point, huge numbers advantage, really easy for them to actually secure kills.
Mm-hmm. They keep up their aggression down in the bottom. I don't think Nuaga is expecting all of them to be sticking around this long. But, even though you find the bottom tower, you get control of the enemy team jungle, you're letting this OD get towards an item that he needs to be able to close out this game. Costa?
Ooh, arrow just off the mark. Just slightly mistimed there. This Costa will make it underneath the tower. But again, it's just a lot of pressure. He just has nowhere to farm. But meanwhile, the Nagasar cleaning up the entire triangle, sending illusions out to the mid lane. Like, she's enormous. 2,100 gold advantage just on the carries alone.
Blink Dagger now completed on the Tusk, so the very least is to let them get on top of heroes easier. They want to be able to take out this mid-tier 1 tower.
And they should get it here unless they respond in numbers. They don't actually have overgrowth yet. No. So this will slow them down quite a bit. And yeah, there it is.
That's rough, yeah. Maybe if they had overgrowth, they might be able to defend that one. And only 1 point in the living armor. So he tried to be a little bit too aggressive inside the lane on Nuage's, go for these damage abilities, and he ends up getting punished for it afterwards. So Team Brazil getting a little bit more control over the map. I like these movements that they're making.
It's a smart adaptation from last game, is what it is. Because he did the same thing, right? He went for like 3 points in the Leech Seed and didn't pick up living armor until like 7. And they're like, all right, he might do the same thing again, so let's just group earlier and start taking objectives. And it worked. There's the Blink Dagger in the top lane, onto the Murano, leap onto the low ground, a second leap, a toss back, and
her arms are just so
really
long.
Nowhere to go. Yeah, she's made of the same material as Mr. Fantastic, I believe.
Oh, is that the lore?
Yeah.
See. That's just fantastic for her.
Mm-hmm,
you see those awful sets on Marcy, by the way?
The only good one, in my opinion, was the one that made into the collector's cache, which makes me very happy.
I don't think
actually there were 2 that were good, but that one was definitely the best of all of them.
Some of them look like weird fetish things.
I think I would say like 90% of the Marcy cosmetics are that.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate.
Let's get back on topic of the Dota, shall we? FCR in the mid lane. Looks like they want to try to go on him, but he's not able to connect. He does have 4 points in the X marks the spot, but Tusk isn't the hero you want to commit on, especially when you know that Abaddon is sitting behind him. I think they're just going to wait for Hiko to finish up the Aghanim Scepter. He's only 500 gold off of it right now.
Yeah, it's going to be
Marana's potentially in trouble.
Just gives him a lot more mana to work with as well, which is like pretty much what this entire hero is centered around, right? Mana into damage, or max mana into damage.
Yeah.
So the more and more mana he's able to steal from these enemy heroes, the more his arcane orbs are going to do, and then the more, of course, his eclipse is going to do.
Yeah.
And when you look at the side of Brazil, is there any hero that like actually has a relatively decent sized mana pool? Because I don't think there is. These are all like really low mana heroes as the game goes on.
I always thought that Morphling wasn't too bad, but I guess it's not amazing. He usually just gets like a bunch of all stat items, which makes his mana okay.
Yeah.
But you're right. Tavo's about to go down here.
Yeah, nice rotation in there. Hiko just cleans up the kill, and that's the Agnum Scepter completed. So they're chilling. Where are we at on the Naga Siren? So you said, yeah, Manta is done. What is going to be the next item you think?
I mean, he's got the Blade of Alacrity, which makes you think that he's going for a... Wait,
Like Diffusal,
that's not
maybe?
how that one... That's not how that one... Yeah, that one still works like that, my bad. I took one of the Blades of Alacrity away on that one. Yeah, that's what he is going for. He's got it queued up now. Kunkka now has his BKB. Siren is only like 400 gold away from this Diffusal Blade, so I think that they're hitting all their timings now. He's going for a Lotus Orb right now on the OD rather than the Meteor Hammer that we were talking about. I don't mind that so much. I think it's okay, in fact. But yeah, we're just about to hit like a bunch of item timings on the side of Novarune, so I think they're going to be looking to take a fight into them, or at the very least, like, get into the Roche pit, try to grab that. You just get Wraith Pact Tone finished on Team Brazil, though.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. You do have the Wraith Pack completed, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, so we will find out. Mid lane, Guts trying to finish up the tower, will be able to do so. He goes here with the Ags. Dude, he might actually be able to like blow up this Morphling if he can get another... no, not going to be able to do it. Just pops the BKB on Guts, and they will just disengage instead. FCR on the backside, blinks in. He actually doesn't have the detection for just a second.
Yeah, I stepped in and out of that Sentry Ward that KJ ended up placing earlier, so they can't get onto them, and everyone disengage after that. And it looked like such a promising start to that team fight. You forced Guts to pop the BKB. He could have fought into them without that, but couldn't connect with them afterwards. At the very least, it looks like they're going to get Nuages here.
Well, I mean, it might cost them way more as they rotate onto the backside. A big boat managed to catch them. A good illusion rune will be able to save FCR. This is going to be a Song and Siren here onto the Visage. Shards kind of slowing things down here a little bit for them as Hiko going to be able to surround him with the rest of the heroes. And Nuages will be the one that actually picks up the kill. On the front side, though, Guts, he's got the X. He's managed to get on top of the Tusk. The Snowball is going to go on over the other side. He gets the blink off just in time.
Yeah, that Nature's Grasp wasn't quite far enough onto down on top of the Ogres there.
Look at Mini, dude. He knows.
Back out. Oh my god! Look at that!
How in the
Throw
world?
from downtown, ends up connecting with the Morphin. He's sitting at like low HP and Starstorms him afterwards. That was sick.
Well, in the enemy jungle here, they get themselves a free kill onto that mid lane Tusk. They force the Abaddon ult and TP on out. Yeah, I mean, you got to be really careful as the Morphling. You cannot afford to get caught at low HP like that.
Man, ended up catching an arrow. That is going to be huge for the Mirana. What'd she end up buying with that gold? She's got her 4 staff completed now.
Just literally arrow and 1 auto attack for 20 damage. That's nuts. Guts here in the mid lane. In pretty deep, has the BKB. He's going to go ahead and use that one to TP on out since that Walrus Punch was already committed.
Looks like they're all going to back. I think it's getting bad and worse for Brazil. I mean, I did like how they moved around the map pretty quickly, took these towers, punished the Dream Protect for not having more points in living armor. And the fact that Naga's kind of slow to go online, but we're beginning to reach the point where the net worth on No Rouge is going to be realized, and Brazil needs to somehow get themselves an advantage in the next couple of minutes here. Okay.
Well, they know there's a Sentry Ward.
Yeah.
But yeah, Naga Siren's got the illusions. They've got so much vision thanks to the Kunkka Torrent, and they've caught the Marcy, the boat to finish her off, and Hiko's gonna start stacking up those Astrals. Goes to Bile in some trouble. The second Astral hold him in place. They've lost all the mana here on this Tusk. Goes to Bile trying to walk away for the moment. He does have the Naga Siren illusions himself. Clean up the Wraith Fire Impact.
But yeah, while that's going on, he goes to just like Again, double astral there. He's not participating in the fight for 8 seconds, so they aren't doing any damage.
He's gonna get astraled again. Okay, never mind. I was like, if he gets astral again, he just dies to the sanities. Like, it will just kill him.
Yeah. Hiko, he wants his team to clear out Roshan.
I mean, he does it very fast right now, so just needs the extra assistance. He's going for the Lotus Orb.
He needs to go back in the pit. There we go. Yeah, that's what he was going for earlier. I mean...
Wait a minute. All right.
Okay,
he was trying to break the Lincolns and accidentally popped it on someone else. All right. Big overgrowth there from Nuage's, catches 3. He's able to get out of it for the moment. The Torrent to follow it up. The Visage falling incredibly low. There's going to be an Astral to hold them in place. Mirana gets a free courier for her struggle as well. Tavo. Oh, man. This is getting rough for the side of Team Brazil. 14,000 down now.
Yeah, there was no way they could be able to fight into them there. It is, I mean, I was just talking about all this net worth they had unrealized. They're finishing up now. They just about have the heart done on the Naga Siren as well. Yeah, there's Lotus Orb on Hiko just coming out. At that point, how do you have the damage to kill Naga? Like, we talked about the lack of AoE that they have to clear out the illusions. Like, I don't even think they can clear the illusions once Naga Siren finishes this hard up. They're just gonna have free reign on the backside of these team fights. This is getting ridiculous here. Kuga's Assault Cross is almost done as well.
Dude, they are just hitting their timing so fast.
Yeah, I'm looking at these heroes thinking about like what they can do. I mean, you mentioned it was a very good Aghanim Scepter game for the Morphling. He's like 2,000 gold away from that right now on Costa.
He has to get it. That is the only thing that he can play around
fast,
to deal with the Naga Siren. But even then, I don't know if it's going to be enough. And then my biggest like issue with it is just the OD.
Well, you're not going to be able to kill the Naga Siren with it. Like, you can kill all of Naga's teammates. It has to be your goal. Like, this heart is just about done now. You don't kill the Naga Siren when she has it. You kill all the teammates and try to like 1v5 and kite around the Naga and kill her. That is the only way I see you winning a team fight and getting a kill off from Naga.
They got the tier 2 top. I wouldn't be surprised if they come to defend bottom. That's exactly what they're going to do. Nuage's, he's got the overgrowth. He's going to find the Tusk here. And Hiko to join the fray, the second route for the follow-up there as the OD. Ooh, will be the one he connects with, and that will allow him to blink out for the moment, but Nuage's looking to chase for more. It's on the front side of the fight is Mini. He's all alone here, does have the Aegis, like we talked about. The Astral will catch on him with the boat to follow. They've caught Coast to Belay for the moment, but he gets away. Second Astral there onto that Abaddon. Hiko, he's going to try and finish him up. Abaddon forced a false promise. Or not false promise, you know what I mean, borrowed time. And they do manage to take down Coast to Belay anyway. The chase continues as Hiko gets his extra kill. And yeah, it's looking rough, man.
Yeah, I don't see the way back into this. I mean, they made the Naga Siren down to half HP, but she's just running a train on she's just running a train on your team while like the other heroes are trying to deal with us. Oh man. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Again, I just don't see a way for them to kill this Naga. You're now 2,000 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter still. Like, if you know, it has to be Hiko you initiate on. You somehow need to burn through like 2k of his health without anyone getting Astral in prison. You don't have a ton of stuns to work with either. You've got Marcy Leaf, you've got Snowball, Walrus Punch, and like familiar drops.
OD's got
29 minutes
armor.
in and they're breaking high ground. Like, people do not break high ground this quick in this current patch.
The thing is like you have a lot of physical burst damage on the side of Team Brazil, but this OD has 29 armor. You're not bursting this hero, and that's without Nuage's using anything. So I really don't like. You're like, yeah, you need to initiate onto Hiko. I agree, but I don't know how you do, because you have multiple ways of turning the fight around. Song of the Siren, Overgrowth, and of course, you know, Kunkka just throwing a boat. Melee Rax goes down, they turn their attention to top.
Yeah, I never think that games are completely hopeless. I mean, Costa's on the other side of the map is doing what he can. He realizes that his team can't fight into this. The best thing I could do for them is try to finish up this eggs.
Yeah, he's still
maybe they make a mistake
away,
before they take the last Rax. Yeah, but they have to sack both of these. Well, Costa does this.
There is no other option. There really isn't. The Aghanim Scepter is really their only way
legitimately
in
the best
game.
play for him. Like, Like you look at this and you'd be like, okay, he's griefing. He's on the other side of the map farming up. Well, no, there's no way for him to fight into this without the Aghanim Scepter done. They would just lose the game right then and there. At the very least, they're the tier 3 in their racks in the bottom lane. He can't be attacked right now because the tier 2 still up. Ghost was pushing that lane in. So he will have the Aghanim Scepter for the next team fight, but
He has to bail out of bottom though as they see the entire enemy side kind of disappear off the map. They're chasing for the Mirana here. FCR, I don't think you're really going to find her. Yeah, she's going to triple leap into the trees, pop that Moonlight Shadow, TP on out. And there's one lane of barracks standing in front of No Runes here as they all start barreling down the bottom.
maybe Aghanim Scepter on Tossie kicks someone to the tier 4s. You're defending high ground, but again, all he's got at this point is the Desolator, the Blink Dagger, and he's trying to work on a BKB.
Man, the Deso just did not... It's just not the item in this game. Like, you can't actually kill any of these cores. They are all so tanky. Kunkka, 34 armor, over 30 on the OD now at this point. Mini sitting on almost 40.
I'm not sure if you saw, but No Runes in the building too, Vlad.
Vision here on the high ground from Nuages, and first Astral comes out. He's got the Overgrowth available. Will he use it? He's thinking, kind of holding for the time being. A bad and borrowed time comes out right away.
He might be stuck on the hill.
Yeah. Oh, Costa gets the jump down to the bottom ground. Ooh, ends up holding off on that borrowed time. Or I'm sorry. That doesn't matter. The double buybacks. The arrow comes out. It catches the Visage. Mini gets himself the kill. They're just stacking him up here on the side of Hiko as he's just going Astral after Astral. 2 buybacks through from the side of Team Brazil, trying to make some space, but Morphling just gets burned down so quick. Just a few auto attacks, and there it is. The GG comes out. It's just way too far ahead. Hiko with an ultra kill. A perfect last pick OD.
Yeah, and that is going to be it. Team Brazil eliminated here from BTS Pro Series 13 in the first phase. No Runes looking pretty good today. The OD last pick, I think, kind of came out of left field. It really did shut down their damage in these team fights too.